Hi team, Janelle here from Sky High Coaching. Today I wanted to have a little bit of a chat about taking a step back and how sometimes just taking a step back can help us see a much bigger and clearer picture of our lives and what's going on in our lives. This is my example from yesterday. So this is my Mother's Day classic bib. If you don't know what the Mother's Day Classic is, it's a fun run / walk that takes place all around Australia in lots of different cities and different towns to raise money for breast cancer. And I've been doing it for many years, and I was doing it participating before my mum passed away. But of course, for those of you who don't know, my mum was diagnosed with cancer in 2011 and passed away within 3 weeks. So it was very quick. And ever since then, of course, Mother's Day Classic has taken on a little bit more of a larger significance for me. But yesterday, so I was all registered as per every year. And I woke up yesterday morning and I thought, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go. I wasn't meeting anyone to walk with or run with, so I wasn't letting anyone down. And I thought, I don't want to go. I don't want to feel those feelings today. I just did not feel up to it. And when your mother's passed away and you have been unable to have biological children, Mother's Day pretty much sucks, to put it in technical terms. So, and some years it doesn't bother me, and this year I was obviously in a place in my cycle where it was all a bit overwhelming and a bit sad for me yesterday, so I decided not to go. And I got up before my husband, and then he got up and said, "Oh, clearly you didn't go," because I would have left hours beforehand. And I said, "No, I didn't want to feel the feelings," and I had some tears, and he gave me a hug. And then I decided that I wanted to move out of that state. So you may have heard me talk before about being in a state of beauty versus being in a state of suffering. And I was clearly in a state of suffering. And it wasn't about pushing those feelings down or ignoring them. It was more about recognizing them and feeling them, and then working through them and moving myself back out into a state of beauty. And one of the fastest ways I get myself back into a state of beauty is by usually doing something for somebody else or focusing on somebody else. So I decided to take a step back. So I thought, it feels very overwhelming. I feel like I've missed out, or I'm missing out at the moment in my life. So I'm going to take a step back and see what I see. So I metaphorically took this step back and thought, I know what I'll do. I'll reach out to my mother-in-law because she is amazing. And so I reached out to her and said, "Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being such an amazing mother-in-law," because she really is. I'm very, very lucky and blessed. And so she was, really happy to hear from me and sent me back a beautiful message of her own. And then I started moving, just from that small thing, I started to move into a state of beauty and I started to feel better. And I went for a walk because that's another, getting outside, moving my body, fresh air. That's another, ironically, since I didn't go on the walk. But I went out, the sun was shining, it was a beautiful autumn day, and I went out and took myself on a walk. And while I was out, I received a text from my beautiful bonus daughter and my beautiful bonus son saying, "Happy Mother's Day, thank you for all the things you do for us," because they were spending the weekend with their mum. So I didn't see them. So, oh my gosh, how beautiful and special. And and then I came home and gave my husband a bit of grief about how I wasn't doing anything for the rest of the day because it was Mother's Day. But the point I want to make is sometimes we just all we need to do is take a step back. So sometimes we're very focused on the little pimple or the blemish or the wrinkle on our face without looking at our whole face or our hair or our body or our clothing. We get so fixated on that pimple or that wrinkle, or sometimes we get so fixated on a problem we have in our day, even just that day. Oh my gosh, this is going on, it's such a huge problem, and what am I going to do? And oh my God, I don't think I'm going to be able to fix it, and then what will happen, and then what will the repercussions of that be, and I'm hopeless, blah blah blah, and we spiral further into a state of suffering. When all we need to do sometimes is take a step back and look at the whole picture. And when we look at the whole picture, we see the beauty, we see the opportunities, we see the wonderful people, we see solutions to our problems. So today, I encourage you to just think about where you could be stepping back a little. Thanks for watching. Love you lots, and see you next time. Bye.